Sometimes, evil doesn't strike in the dark. Sometimes, it walks right past the camera, unnoticed, unchallenged, and unafraid. Because when the truth hides in plain sight, it's not the shadows we should fear, it's what we think we've already seen. On the outskirts of Renfield, Indiana, life was quiet, predictable even. A place where Friday nights meant local football games, and the only lights after dark came from the corner diner. Everyone knew everyone, and no one ever thought to lock their doors. For Ethan Cole, a 27-year-old construction worker, it was just another Thursday evening. He stopped by Hartley's Market after work, a routine that would soon become the center of a mystery no one could explain. Because on that night, security footage captured Ethan walking inside at 9:42 p.m., and he was never seen walking out. The last known image of him wasn't a farewell. It was an ordinary moment, a man grabbing a soda and some groceries before heading home. And yet, that moment would become the last clue anyone had, before Ethan Cole vanished without a trace. At first, no one panicked. When Ethan didn't show up for work the next morning, his boss assumed he'd overslept. By noon, his phone went straight to voicemail. By nightfall, his pickup truck was found, still parked behind Hartley's Market. Inside the truck were his keys, wallet, and phone, still connected to the store's Wi-Fi. It was as if he had stepped out for a moment and simply never came back. Everything was there, no sign of a struggle, no forced entry. It didn't make sense. People don't just vanish between two aisles of cereal. But as detectives reviewed the footage, they noticed something strange. At 9:56 p.m., the camera in aisle 5, the one closest to the back door, flickered. For just 3 seconds. When the feed returned, Ethan was gone. No one else appeared on camera. No one left the store. Only silence, and an open door at the back, swinging gently in the breeze. Within hours, Renfield police sealed off the market. Every inch of the store was combed for evidence, fingerprints, footprints, anything that could explain what happened. The back door showed no signs of forced entry. No blood. No struggle. Only a set of muddy footprints leading out into the alley, prints that ended halfway across the lot, as if whoever made them had simply vanished into thin air. Detectives traced Ethan's movements that night, every camera, every timestamp. The footage showed 6 other people inside the market before closing: a cashier, 2 teenagers, an older couple, and a man in a dark hooded jacket standing near the refrigerators. That man was never identified. And the store's manager claimed he didn't recognize him. When police enhanced the footage, one detail sent chills through investigators. The man seemed to appear only on one camera angle, not the others. It was as if he was there, and not there at all. 3 days later, a local hiker stumbled upon something deep in Raven Hollow Forest, 6 miles from town. A torn piece of gray work shirt, caught on a bramble. Forensic testing confirmed it belonged to Ethan Cole. But what disturbed investigators wasn't the shirt, it was what lay near it. A rusted trail camera, half buried in mud. When detectives recovered the memory card, they found one corrupted video file, timestamped October 12, 9:57 p.m. The same moment Ethan vanished. The footage showed the edge of the market's backlot. A flicker of movement, a shadow crossing the frame. Then, a loud crack, followed by silence. The video ended there. No face, no sound, no explanation, only proof that whatever took Ethan didn't stop at the market door. Detective Carla Jennings took over the case. Her team expanded the search radius, interviewing anyone who'd seen Ethan that night. One name kept resurfacing: Reverend Daniel Reeves, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Renfield. He had spoken with Ethan earlier that week about spiritual burdens and dark temptations. When questioned, Pastor Reeves appeared calm, too calm. He claimed Ethan had been volunteering at the church, helping with repairs. But when police checked, they found no record of Ethan's name in the volunteer logs. Instead, they found a locked storage room behind the chapel, and inside, a small collection of VHS tapes, neatly labeled by date. Each tape contained hours of church surveillance footage. But one tape, marked October 12th, was missing. Investigators confronted Pastor Reeves. He denied any knowledge of the missing tape, insisting it had been misplaced. But when his alibi was checked, inconsistencies appeared. He wasn't at home that night. He wasn't at the church either. He looked me straight in the eye and said, "Some things aren't meant to be found." That's when I knew he was hiding something. A week later, a warrant was issued. Inside the church basement, officers uncovered the missing VHS tape tucked behind an old cabinet. The contents were disturbing, but crucial. The tape showed the rear door of Hartley's Market from across the street, recorded through a church window. At 9:42 p.m., Ethan enters the store. At 9:56, the camera glitches. At 9:58, a figure in a black jacket walks out of frame, heading toward the woods. The timestamp matched the exact moment Ethan disappeared. And the figure's build matched Pastor Reeves. After months of investigation, Pastor Daniel Reeves was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. But even in court, his demeanor never changed. He spoke calmly, quoting scripture, insisting that Ethan had walked into the light willingly. The prosecution built their case around the tapes, the missing footage, the falsified volunteer records, and the matching timestamps. But without a body, the defense argued there was no proof of death, only speculation. After 8 weeks, the jury was divided. And in a decision that split the town apart, Reeves was acquitted due to lack of evidence. Within days, he vanished. No forwarding address, no trace, just like Ethan. The First Baptist Church of Renfield was shut down soon after. Locals say if you drive past at night, you can still see a light flickering inside. A faint hum of an old VCR echoing through the empty hall. In the end, the truth about what happened to Ethan Cole remains a question with no answer, a hole in time captured between flickers of static. Was it a calculated disappearance? A ritual gone wrong? Or something far more human, the kind of evil that hides behind faith, waiting for the right moment to show its face? Because sometimes, evil doesn't come crashing through your door. Sometimes, it stands at the pulpit, smiling, while everyone nods along. Evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes, it looks like someone you trust. What do you think? Was justice truly served? Thank you for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more untold stories, and make sure you click the notification bell so you don't miss our next case.